4. Unexplained incident at camp. Eventually, I broke out in tears. Never in my life have I been so scared that I broke out in tears. Some girls tried to comfort me while some began calling the girls from the 3rd floor. No answer, indicating that they were already asleep. So they called the guys. The first few guys they called refused to answer the phone or answered, then dismissed it as our own imagination and cut off the phone. Then finally, a sensible guy answered his phone and got some guys to find us in our rooms. By the time the guys reached our room, I've already stopped crying because the whispers seemed to cease. And with the guys with us, we felt a little safer, but still. We can't help noticing how the 2 beds from the raised platforms on the other side look like coffin to us. So the guys pulled the beds to our side and placed them there. Soon, G3 fell asleep, while the rest of us stayed awake and chat. Slowly, G7 started to fall asleep too beside me while I still remained wide awake. Suddenly, G7 sat up and cried. She refused to tell us what happened, but she didn't want to answer us. Then, she crawled from my side to the other side of the room without the windows and crawled back again after a few minutes. By this time, the whispers came back again and I heard a loud inhumane scream from outside our window from a little distance. And that immediately brought me to tears again. After I got calmed down, I felt a vibration identical to the vibration of a handphone near my feet and I jerked them away asking whose handphone was that. But there wasn't even a single handphone near my feet. So as I talked, tears started to flow again. Then, G7 finally willed herself to tell us what she saw. She saw a Malay girl with long hair near the window and that was what made her sit up suddenly to cry and moved to the other side. Then the ghost just flew from the window side to near the cabinets and then G7 moved back to my side. Suddenly, G3 who was sleeping woke up crying.